6:55 on a Wednesday morning, and this is the Now Morning Show. I am Ainka, and this morning we are going to be chatting about the 20th Annual Medical Research Conference that is happening soon. To tell us more, I'm joined by Dr. Marisa Nimrod, the President of the Trinidad and Tobago Medical Association. Dr. Nimrod, good morning.
Pleasant good morning. Hi, Ainka.
Thank you very much for joining us. We know this last 2 years or so has been very difficult. So taking time to create these sorts of conversations and to continue the work of the Medical Association is very important. But jumping straight into it, what exactly is the Medical Research Conference about?
Okay, so the MRC, or Medical Research Conference, is something that physicians normally look forward to annually, and this is even on a global scale. So different medical fraternities actually try to find out information about the countries or the population that they work with or work within. So they have this particular forum to showcase the information that they would have experienced or gleaned from taking care of patients, whether a case report, from studies that would have looked at larger groupings. Right. This started a few years ago, as we noted. We had, giants back then, like deceased Professor Courtney Bartholomew, who brought some of the biggest minds in science to Trinidad and Tobago. Since then, we've created our own, as we say, legends in Trinidad and Tobago, and we look forward to the work that they're conducting in so many different specialties. Right. So this year, we're quite happy to be back in person to do this, because everything's been virtual a while. So we're asking, for patients to come and find out what is being done.
I like that you use the word persons, because one would think that it would be, well, medical minds specifically, but this is actually open to the average man as well, yes?
Yes. So ideally, as you said, it would be our colleagues coming to learn and support each other. Some of our biggest supporters, it's actually our nursing professionals.
No surprise.
Yeah, definitely.
That's how it works.
And that's it. They're part of the whole medical management.
Right.
And we've invited allied health professionals, so, laboratory personnel, anybody else who'd be interested, ideally. And as we said, sometimes there's just that person out there who's been keeping up to date with respect to scientific research,
Right. But then it might be a little intimidating if you don't know the jargon. So what at least is the theme or the overarching topic this time around?
Okay, great. So this year the team, the chair for the conference is Dr. Lester Goetz, consultant urologist. Professor Cowich chose the team this year. So it's actually called Delivering Care in the Post-Pandemic Era. So COVID-19 has taught us a lot, and our focus has just been towards infectious diseases. With that in mind, the risk factors for persons who we might have lost, unfortunately, to COVID-19, or even persons who are still suffering from that COVID-19 sequelae, would have been persons who had other risk factors. So we're looking at high blood pressure, obesity, diabetes, there's so many others. So we decided that we try to focus on that. So we came up with 3 pillars this year. That was really the focus. So we looked at health, wellness, and prevention, which is very important. We're looking at the NCDs, the non-communicable diseases. So those would be, your big ones. And then mental health, which was so critical to taking us through this period.
Very thorough, and very much something that everybody would need information on ultimately. So it's absolutely something that we would find data on. Could you give us a little insight into how the specialties or these non-communicable diseases have been impacted, perhaps statistic-wise? Have we seen significant changes in a positive or negative way, research-wise?
Right. So some of the papers in particular, and I wouldn't give it away yet because I've seen the abstracts. But yes, so statistically, we have seen some changes with respect to the numbers. And again, highlighting the importance of the fact that, as a population, we need to take charge, and more so also the responsibility or the onus on the physicians having that say and that influence and impact on your team and your patients ultimately, because the outcome is improved quality of life, and standard of care. So yes, Professor Tilak Singh, I think, is going to be chairing. There's a session on couples counseling. So we've we've mixed it up a bit, you know, so I
because
think
life
there's a
after
little...
the pandemic is life, and
It,
you need a
it
lot of
has to be,
information.
yes, for sure.
So let's get into the specifics of registration and attendance. We do need to register to attend, yes?
Yes, please, and there's always a benefit when you register early, so it's going to be ideally $400. It's going to be this Sunday, right? So we're trying to get information quickly. So $400 early, $500 on site, it's $300 for allied health professionals. We're hosting it at the Hyatt Regency. We start at 8 a.m. And we have our two major supporters or stakeholders. The Minister of Health is going to be there, and you know he's a big champion, obviously, for improving health. And then the University of the West Indies, which would be our academic center, where all this is, you know, pretty much in collaboration with them and taking place. They will also have someone there to represent on their behalf. So we hope it's going to be exciting, interesting, and obviously we look forward to having persons and their feedback.
Of course, and at the very least, it will certainly be informative. So for more information, the numbers you can call are 671-7378 or 347-7133. Any of those numbers yours?
Not yet.
So that we will go to the website to check for more information.
Yes.
But for now, Dr. Nimrod, thank you very much for taking time off to come let us know this is happening. And we look forward to the outcome of the 28th Annual Medical Research Conference on this Sunday at the Hyatt. You can check out our Facebook and Instagram page for more information on that, so you can register and be a part of it too. We take a quick break, come back with more right here on the Now Morning Show. Stick around, guys.